But the part that I was originally running into, the issue I was running into is a housing. So like this right here, that hides the wiring work. Yeah, hides all the ugly. And I was thinking about what kind of housing I wanted to do. Like, a lot of people just 3D print them, but I don't have one of those fancy schmancy 3D printers. So, yeah, not doing that. But what I could do, what I was thinking about doing, was, since it's going to be an adapter, make the housing like out of wood, like a crafting wood. So like a very thin, like pine or lawan or something like that. Anyway, I could probably do it like out of a nice oak if I wanted to. Maybe a walnut. But anyhow, because I have extra crafting wood lying around for like small craft, and I have a scroll saw, which is used for, you know, detail cutting. And so I was thinking about like constructing a housing out of wood, right? And it's like a small housing just big enough to hold, you know, like maybe this big enough to hold the wiring, and staining it with a nice like maybe like a light stain, not really like a dark oak or anything like that, but yeah, just you know, a nice light stain. And I also have wood burning tools, so I was thinking about taking one of my emotes, like maybe like the Pikachu, just the standard Pikachu, this guy, and because I have the raw image file for him, of course, because my wife's the artist, so I have all the raw full-size image files. Like taking him, removing the color, and just turning it into an outline for a stencil, and then stenciling it onto the housing, and then burning it in, and then staining it and sealing it. So like, yeah, like this was like personal customized job. So I'd have an adapter that converts a Super Nintendo controller to an NES controller, and the adapter housing would be like a nice glossy stained wood with, you know, like something like branding for my channel. Maybe a Pikachu, maybe the Stream Cyclops. I don't know, but I think that would be really neat. And of course, you know, artistically, it'd be worth more as well than, you know, just the sum of its parts. The catch is I have to get around to doing it, and I am extremely lazy. But I do have all the materials to do it. Just gotta do it. And don't forget, folks, this is September until the 24th. Oh, Nightbot's already thrown it out there. So yeah, all Tier 1 subs are 50% off. Thank you, Subway. Oh, my shirt of the day is actually Super Mario World. It's the box art for the Japanese version of the game, which is what I'm playing right now. It's one of the box arts, I should say. Yeah, my wife and I went out to the mall yesterday, and they were at the Think Geek store. Think Geek is owned by GameStop, for those who don't know. They were having a clearance on their shirts, like 3 shirts for $20. My wife got a David Bowie shirt from The Labyrinth. And I picked up this shirt and a classic Mega Man shirt as well. since I'm currently speedrunning and working on Super Mario World, I figured that owning a shirt of the box art for Super Mario World would probably be appropriate. I tried to buy the shirt once before when it was on clearance at a GameStop, but my size options were small child and family size tent. So, yeah. Because I don't know who GameStop's fooling. But their sizing is like super funky. Because I'm 180 pounds, right? Yeah, I'm literally an average size guy. I'm 5'9", 180 pounds. The average height for a male is between 5'6" and 5'8". Sorry, 5'6" and 5'9". So yeah, for Caucasians of my descent. And my average weight for somebody my height is 170 to 180 pounds. I am literally the average man. So, like, we went to a GameStop to look for something, and they had a bunch of stuff on clearance. And so, like, we were thumbing through the shirts, and I wear a large. I wear a men's large. And I pulled out a shirt that was a man's large. And I held it up and went, nah. Nah. This is not a men's large. This shirt was fucking huge. Like, Jesus. This shirt was huge. And, like, everything that I wanted was, like, an extra large or 2XL. And, like, I could fit 3 of me in this thing. So, I grabbed, like, a shirt of every size that they had to figure out what size I would actually fit. And turns out the answer was a small. According to their sizing, I would fit a small. Now, I'll let you in on a secret. The last time I wore a small, I was a teenager. I was probably like 14 the last time I wore a small, okay? And I was a small lad back then. Yeah, I weighed 110 pounds wet. And I was like, nah. But they didn't have anything in that size that, interested me, so I had to pass. And then everything else was, like, youth sizes. And it was all just, like, extremely small. So my, for things I want, for the designs that I wanted, such as the one I'm wearing right now, my options were small child or family size tent. Well, let me put it this way. With what they were considering to be a large, which is what I wear, I could fit me, you, and my wife in it. Just all together as one big family. Okay? One big happy. We could have literally camped out in this thing. I'm just saying. Like, and that's what they were calling a large. But yeah, so today's shirt is, there, we can get a better view of it here. The box art for Super Mario World. It's one of the box arts. The other box art is the one I use for my splits. You know, like, hey, if I buy this large cert, does it come with a few different? Does it come with like a few poles and some like stakes to to pitch this thing in the wilderness? You know, it's like this isn't actually a shirt, right? This is like a parachute or a small tent. Yes. It's like there's got to be more to it than this. Like you're missing parts.
Victory for Vegeta!
GG's, folks. GG's. Yeah. So close to my sub 11. So close. I lost a second in Star World 3. So close. But that will definitely get me into the top 100. For sure. 100%. I'll have to retime it, of course, but because like the other day I was like, oh, if I just save like a frame rule I can get into the top 100, but then like somebody submitted a run a little later that was like a sub 10 or a sub 11, and it would have knocked me out of the top 100 anyway. It would have knocked me back into like 101. So I needed to PB by more than just like 0.1. So let's see where that would put me. What was that? 1101.52. Assuming that is accurate. An 1101.5 puts me in 95th place. Oh, it puts me just behind Andrew G. Ah. They're living by myself for 3 months. I'll start the speedrunning thing. Seems legit. So yes, that puts me in 95th. So I've more than broken the top 100. Yeah. Oh, I feel better about myself. And the fun thing is that the zips that I did, in order for me to retime, I need a recording of that run specifically. The thing is I don't think my local recording is working proper. Yeah, my local recording's not working proper. So I would have to wait until after the stream. I'd have to essentially shut down stream so that Twitch records the VOD, so that I can download it, load this run into my my video software, and retime. So it's not something I can do right now. It only takes about maybe 2-3 minutes to retime a run, but I don't have access to the recording right now. So that gets me in. That gets me in the top hundo. So now the next goal is a sub 11. A sub 11 will put me exactly where I want to be. So an 11 even, like a perfect 11, is 90th place. 89th place is an 1059.866. So like just a couple of frames off from an 11 even, and that's Super Mega Dave. I know you guys have heard me talk about Super Mega Dave quite a lot because I gleaned some strats off of him. My ultimate goal is to bot Mega Dave on the leaderboard and join the sub 11 club. He is like the gatekeeper at this point because he is the lowest time that is still sub 11. Oh yeah, I talk to him about it all the time. He tried to explain zipping to me last night. He's like, honestly, I'm still not 100% sure how it works, so somebody more knowledgeable than me would probably be best. But yeah, we talk about it all the time. I love watching Mega Dave. But no, he encourages me to bop him on the leaderboard. Because he asked me about it last night, how close I was. I got a new PB, Mia's know me. I broke the top 100. If my time is right, I need to retime it, but if it's right, that'll put me in 95th place. If it's not, it'll put me in 96th.